Monday, throw Robbie Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all think so don't be talking sideways.
Nigga, we playing football, nigga. Let's go.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Out to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it through the midfield before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he took blocked as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, it's complete to Kamara. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He's got a man open, it's Cameron Meredith. And he's got room. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. From midfield, here's Breeze. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. On play action, it's Breeze. Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Breeze. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
36.
On play action, now Breeze.
Damn!
Looking for
Fuck,
and it's
man.
intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. They find some open field here. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21 on 2nd down. Freeman. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
21.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a 1st down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense that they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake. Breeze. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Give him 30 yards there from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give. This is Kamara. So we got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, and he'll just... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And it's up and good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's Ryan. And he's taking
Well, goddamn it. Ball out champion.
In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Take it from me.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to air one out.
You're fucked up.
And that one incomplete.
Boy, you're fucking around in that damn corner, boy. You're asking for some shit.
4th down.
Shit, throwing that ball over there.
But one thing's for sure, you
keep
get
it
a
to the
big
right.
receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here's Ginn. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara up from his linebacker spot. Deion Jones making the play. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Duke Riley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Let's go, defense.
That's sort of a second quarter to
that.
forget for him. Now 2
Put that motherfucking D on your ass. I invented this.
The first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his
Made
head.
this shit up
He ends up throwing a
myself.
second
This
one as
shit
a
is
result.
gold.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
21.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Get up! Wait! 22!
From the gun, Ryan. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Let's go, Kyle. Right.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It's time for it to come out. See what it do. See who out there. Let him get on. He gonna be gone.
Get set, get set.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before half for Breeze. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front.
You ain't seen that shit yet, but damn it, it's coming soon, baby. Fuck it. It's coming soon, goddammit. Put it in play. New shit.
We resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than it is there. But this is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into the
do something, fellas. Drew Brees. Drew Brees. See him.
Breeze now to throw. Throw left side.
Hey, I can run no huddle now, motherfucker.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line.
What you gonna do now? Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
There as that sets him up better for third down.
Hit him with a little bit of that gas. Hit him with a little bit of that gas. Oh, my goodness.
The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a
Fuck
sack.
it.
What, he
Fuck
just
it.
needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
Hit him with that motherfucking gas.
He's going to go for it.
Throwing now is Breeze. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First player to drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. For the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Hello? Man, what I do, man? Man, it's third quarter, man. Yeah, man. Man, I don't know, man. I'm just hyped like a fuck. I don't know. I'm over it. Man, fuck it.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Fuck, man. That shit live.
They'll run here with Freeman. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman.
20.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Breeze now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hey, left, 28 left. Ready. Yellow lady. 21. Set. Level.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Okafor in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Gun.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Room to run inside the 40. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he's going to go out of of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 20, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Hey, South! Hey, South!
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. To throw is Breeze. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Breeze going to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Benjamin Watson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Freeman again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. Now it's Ginn. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. Gets it to Meredith complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
21.
Here's Breeze. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Good set.
Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll give him 8 on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Easy, kill.
Here's Breeze to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Breeze now looking for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints are back within a score. And he's got it up and through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
12.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the ground, Kamara. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
12.
Now Breeze. He's going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Breeze got to have this one. Now a desperation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here we go, here we go. Left, check. Here we go.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. And remember here, no timeouts.
And this may be a case of too little, too late, unless they throw one towards the end zone and get a Hail Mary.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Get set. Easy. Left. Got it. 12.
One final try here for Breeze. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Falcons, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for